when you went like, when you
Like this?
went
Was this better?
Yeah,
Girl, I
Ooh,
was like,
yeah.
put it in my mouth. I said, my motherfucker.
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah. Speak them sweet nothings to me, Dawanda. Yeah, right
Look,
there. Yeah.
Okay. Look.
Hey, community. Happy Thanksgiving. Here's what's brewing today.
Bitch, I'm here to eat.
I know that is right. No November.
Ew. And Elf the musical. So get your cups ready for Minoritea Report.
Elf the musical.
And Elf the musical.
So stupid. What a transition.
Girl, a transition. Look.
Hey, welcome to Minoritea Report. It's Auntie Carell.
It's Auntie Dawanda.
And it's Auntie Jarrell.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like I moved my mic in a different position, and when we start the episode, we typically clap so that we know where to like sync up our audio and video. And I was like, do I clap in front or behind the
Ooh,
back?
you just petting it. Ooh,
Look.
hey. Mwah.
As long as it's in or near your mouth, girl.
Yeah, that's it. You know, it is what
That's
it is. Community, hopefully you're doing well out there. You know, it's Thanksgiving week, so a lot of you might be, taking a few days off, to kind of fly places or chill places or dry places or stay your ass at home and don't have to work. That's what I plan on doing, is taking a few days off and chilling. I probably still go to the gym or something like that, but I'm looking forward to just like not having a major schedule for the first few days there.
I realized today that I had 280 hours of vacation time that I still had left. There's only 2.5 months left in our fiscal year.
Not
so
even
it's
2.5 months left in the fiscal year, because January is the fiscal year.
of our fiscal year.
Oh, your fiscal
Our
year.
fiscal year ends in January. So,
Girl, you could take the rest of the fiscal year off with all them hours.
yeah, not if I want that check. I could, but I'll
Right,
come back to be
take
like,
it off if you want to. I know you have it, but take it off if you want to.
Look, you end up being gone, girl, gone.
Not
Okay.
that I'm trying to put this out there in the universe, but like if something happened and I had to get downsized, I got a nice little extra buffer after, in the severance package. But
she said, I don't sit on much, but I'll sit on that.
Yeah, baby, I know that's right.
Sit, twirl, embrace, twerk.
Not them old school sitting spins. Remember them old things in the sit on?
Baby.
Baby,
A whole word.
spin it
A
in
whole
circles,
word.
bitch.
Oh, God. I need a
Like at the
term.
old school McDonald's.
Yeah.
See, Gen Z don't know about them days.
They don't.
You
They
remember
don't.
the little riding things they used to put in front of grocery stores that
The
you
little-
just ride
the
back and
horsies?
forth?
The little ponies. They had that admire. The penny pony.
Baby, when you were little, you saw those. You thought that was the shit.
Oh God.
That was the shit. Can I just have a quarter, please? Let me have a quarter. I
Right.
just want to get on it. And then if they
It got to
did
the
it, you
point my
got on
parents
it
were like, don't
anyway.
even look at it no more. Don't look at You ain't getting on there.
Okay. Like, we ain't got no carnival money, but look, we can go over here. Look.
Get baby. But yeah, no, admire was the penny pony. So you put that little penny in there.
And they all had the same song, too. They all had the same damn song.
Yep.
That's funny.
Girl.
The only time that I
memory
did
unlocked.
the only time I did that was when I would visit my grandmother in the summertime, because the parents would take the kids down there and would dump us off down there for the summer. And then they would go back to living their best lives for the whole summer with no kids. And grandma just had, 5 of us just, wrangling.
On to ride the pony.
You know what?
Ride the pony.
What?
Ride the pony.
We didn't even have this on the docket to talk about, but this is the conversation, because what a time to be alive. The kids today's would never understand, like, the whole conversation, and we talked about this a little bit off the camera because Carell found some money in the cushions, okay, in the couch when we recorded live. And back in the day, you could find that, and you could go to the Candy Lady or to the little store down the street, and you could find, you know, candy for a penny, candy for 5 cents, candy for 10 cents, candy for a quarter, and $1 went a long way.
God,
like $1 can get you like 50 pieces of candy.
Yeah,
50 pieces of candy.
I remember our Candy Lady not only sold so we had there was a store, you know, like a neighborhood store or whatever, where you can go, and they had the literally penny candy.
The little Tootsies.
For all y'all who don't know, all y'all millennials and whatnot that don't know, you could literally buy, you know, like a Now Later or, you know, like Jawbreakers or bubble gum or, you know, all the different kinds of candies for literally a penny each. So you had a quarter, you were king for the day. But we had a candy lady.
Brown paper
a candy lady.
We had a candy lady in our neighborhood.
And 2024, a candy lady would be scrapped, okay? Like, it would be a wrap. They'd be like,
oh, it wouldn't happen, no. But she also did Kool-Aid ices. So basically just pour Kool-Aid pour Kool-Aid into a styrofoam cup, and it would freeze overnight, and she would sell them for 25 cents. So, and you know that sugar rose all the way to the top, so the first couple of licks is nothing but syrup. And then as you start biting into the ice part of the Kool-Aid ice or whatever, then you get down to the styrofoam. You just bite that styrofoam off and start peeling it off.
Baby.
And I can taste that styrofoam now.
You know what I started thinking about?
Styrofoam now.
Literally, I started thinking about those. Remember those like wax bottle like flavored
with the little.
That's literally what's in the pocket.
Those.
Let me tell you, I didn't care about that, but I chewed the fuck out that wax bitch until all of the sugar was out. Bitch. Look.
First of all, it's just wild the size of us. Think about the size of yourself now and the size that you were when you were like 5. And so everything to you back then was like supersized. So you got those things you put it in your mouth and you could barely chew them because it was so big compared to the size of your mouth. But you look at them today, it was like this big.
Fit a whole lot in your mouth.
Right,
now.
it was small. They super small. I know we used to like, especially when we went to the McCoys. They lived like 2 blocks from the corner store. And we would hop there, like, so in the backyard they had the fence that would go to like the people obviously behind them in their backyard, and you go through there and go to the sidewalk, and 2 blocks down the street was the corner store. So that's where we always went and got like the penny candy, and then it went up to like a nickel, I feel like, for a while there, and then went up to like a quarter, I feel like, by the time I got out of high school. But that's such a core memory. And I saw this article, or no, it was like a video thing that popped up this week of this mom, I don't know where she's at, that got arrested for letting her son walk a mile to the store.
That. Yep.
And I was like, baby, all our parents would have been locked up, because that's how I knew how to get around Freeland, Saginaw, and Midland. Was on our bikes, walking, all that.
And you came back with the correct amount of change. Amount of change.
I was Dawanda Menace when it comes to like, neighborhood shenanigans.
Not Dawanda Menace, Dawanda Menace.
Dawanda Menace.
But baby, the amount of stuff that I like, the amount of scavenging and like exploring and like, oh, I wonder what, you know, like what's over there, and I wonder how far I can walk before I get tired. Like I don't know how much stress. And in fact, I had this memory. Oh God. Okay. I love my grandmother. I love my grandma.
But what she did?
She didn't do anything.
Oh, okay. What you did?
I put her through the ringer. So I was probably 10 or 11 years old. And as I said, the kids, you know, our folks would bring all the kids down. We would come down. We would drive down from Cleveland area. I had an uncle and aunt that lived in Chicago. So we all would drive down like around the weekend before 4th of July. Because we would always stop along the side roads and get like, you know, the little snake things. You know, you put the fire on the top of the little snake pellets and it would turn into little snakes and whatever, and then the fire works and all that shit. At any rate, this was one of the last summers that my grandmother was going to be living in Huntsville, Alabama, because she decided that she was going to move back to Cleveland. So she was going to rent out her house and all that kind of stuff. And by the end of the summer, we would all just pile into the cars and just go back. But she still had to pack up the house and everything. So this was around, I want to say, so we came down 4th of July and we would stay until like right before my birthday. So almost a month. And then we would all go back. But like she asked that any of the kids want to stay and then go back to Cleveland with her. So I decided to say, I'm just giving you this backstory so that you understand that it was just outside of like, I had my grandmother to myself for like a whole month and a half. And I can't tell you like the amount of like popcorn balls and candies and all the things that I had to my baby. I had everything to because my grandmother was a queen of the snacks. So at any rate, I had one chore, and that was to mow the lawn. And so I had to mow the front lawn and the back lawn. And my grandmother lived on like a damn near 2-acre lot. Like it was massive. So this was like a whole day thing. But my treat for doing that, if I did that in the morning before she came home from work, because I'd have a babysitter, before she came home from work, because she worked at the college, and she would come home like around 1 or 2 o'clock, fix me lunch, and then take me to go swimming. And so as long as I did, the chore, I was good to go swimming. Well, this one day, she wasn't going to be able to come home from work. She had to work a little bit late. So she was getting one of her neighbors to take me to swimming, but I had to do my chore. So here my little slick ass was like, you know what? Okay, so I'm just going to do the front lawn. Not that I had anything else going on that day, but just I was so excited about going swimming. I was like, I'm not going to do this. So I'm just going to do the front lawn, and then I'll like go there, and then I'll have her pick me up, and then when I get home, I'll do the rest of it before my grandmother gets home from work. So I convinced my babysitter for the day to take me up there, because she was like, wait a minute, aren't you supposed to do the front lawn and the back lawn? She goes, yeah, but grandma said that I could just do the front lawn and do the other one and come back. So lying out of my teeth. So she takes me to swimming. I'm swimming, having a good old time. Next thing I know,
Ariel.
Next thing, baby, just swimming. So next thing I know, there's over the PA, DeJuan Hawkins, your grandmother is on the phone to talk to you.
I know that's
exactly what that was about. She was about to tear my ass for not doing the back thing. So what I did was, in my 10-year-old brain, I decided, you know what? She's going to be on her way here. I'm going to walk home, and I'll beat her home, and then I'll do the, in my mind, my 10-year-old mind, I'll do the backyard so I won't be in any trouble. And by the time she gets back home, it's done. But did you know that the swimming pool was like literally 10 miles away from the house, and I'm 10 years old and have no sense of direction for where I was going? So I literally just started walking. And I don't know if you know anything about Huntsville, Alabama, but the streets are exactly how they sound.
Yeah.
Country. So yeah. I'm walking by myself, 10 years old, walking. So much so that I ended up on a military base. Walked onto the military base. Hold on, wait a minute. It gets worse. I'm on a military base, and I literally walked onto, you know how military base have checkpoints?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody stop me. Ain't nobody say nothing. I just, 10 years old, just whoop, do. I think I'm going the right way. Finally, there is like this like Jeep that drives by with all these people, these soldiers and whatnot, and they're like, son, what are you doing here? I was like, I don't know. I'm lost. I don't know. And they're like, well, who are you with? Like, where are your parents? Do you know your phone number? I'm with my grandmother, but she's mad at me, and I don't know where she lives, and I don't know her did not know her phone number.
Baby.
Oh, my God.
So
they would have locked grandma up today. Dang. They would have locked poor grandma up.
Grandma did not find out about me. It was dark by the time that she found out where I was. Literally, it was like probably 9 o'clock.
And this is summertime, so this is late.
This is super late. So
Damn.
I think what ended up happening was she first called my mom. Can you imagine?
No.
Can you imagine Grandma calling Cheryl to say, your son is lost. I don't know where he is. We're trying to find him. He was last at the da-da-da-da. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in there in this like room, and they're giving me like popsicles and like, candy and stuff. I'm just sitting there swinging my little legs, watching this. They had a little TV, a little box TV. TVs weren't flat screen back then, but it was literally a box TV. They turned it on to some Bionic Woman. I'm just sitting there watching that and just living my little life. I don't know what's going on or whatever. And finally, apparently they had, reported me to the police. My grandmother had called the police to find out if, anybody had reported me missing and and they finally told her. And then she had to get from wherever she was. And I was like probably 5 miles in the opposite direction of the house. So it took her like 40 minutes to get from her home to where I was on this military base.
Did you get your ass whooped?
I did.
Please say you got
I did.
Okay, look, and rightfully so. And rightfully so. Look.
Absolutely.
Shoot. Look, in my mind, I would whoop your little ass too.
I same here.
Like, goddamn.
The whole time. I was mad as hell.
No cell phones. No. Everybody had a house phone.
Yeah.
No internet, no nothing. So like,
damn.
Oh, so yeah. That was a bonding moment. But you know
That's
what?
crazy.
After that, me and my grandmother went to the Bahamas.
I'm so done with you. I'm so done with you and Grandma.
Let me tell you. And look, plot twist. And she ain't never had a chore. She ain't never had a chore since then.
Right.
Clearly.
No more.
Look, no more.
So it worked.
That lawn was raggedy from there on out.
Got the babysitter fired and everything.
Look.
He's like, you know what? I had never seen that babysitter since either.
Baby.
Look.
But I tell you, when I got older, I literally just like apologized profusely to my grandmother's. Like, I can't even imagine the strife, the heartache, all the things that you as a grandparent, you're entrusted with this kid. It's not even your own kid, to have caused that kind of trouble. Whew.
Girl.
That's one of several.
That's
little stories.
Sit your ass down.
Look, okay. That's why she gathered today, okay? Look.
I guess so. She got out of her system at 10 years old.
Honey.
Look. Dennis the Menace over here.
And look, and still traveling the world.
Right. I'm so dead.
Baby,
crazy.
call me Magellan.
He said, and I still love a man in uniform.
Okay. Even if that uniform is a jockstrap.
Baby. Whatever it may be.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it may be.
Shit.
We'll get to the
But the killer part about
again.
it was when I went to the swimming the swimming annex. It was like a whole complex that was just for swimming and whatnot. Grandma would just drop me off, and I'd be there for like 5 hours by myself.
But again, that was a time to be alive, though, because that was a time to be alive.
Like stuff that too.
Yeah.
Look, the Boys and Girls Club, like other facilities like that, because again, it was community based. It was community based, right?
Yep.
And there was just a level of trust that just back then that I think and I think it just came from an understanding that everyone was in this situation and this was meant to do exactly this. There were no other hidden motives or anything like that behind these activities or facilities.
Yeah.
Could never imagine that today. Could never imagine that today.
But and I know we're all way off track, but this is a good conversation. I wonder though if it's still similar because like in the city sometimes I'll see, or even in the morning, like I'll go to the gym and catch the train and I'll see kids probably around 10, 11, 12 years old catching the train to go to school and things like that. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm like, wow, okay, that's great. But it's probably 10, the same kind of similar thing.
11
Yeah.
to like,
We live across the street from an elementary school, like a couple of blocks. And the amount of kids that I see getting off of the city bus, public transportation to go to school is crazy because back then we had school buses. But one thing that I do know because of coaching in high schools is that a lot of schools got away from public, like for school buses. So a lot of kids now are actually growing up with having to either go to a school in your district where you're able to walk or somehow you're at a school where the only time that they provide buses if you live too far away from the school. So if you live a certain distance, then you could possibly be bused. But if you live this close, but then you still weren't close enough to walk, then you had to take public transportation. Because even in high school, for me, by my senior year, and this is 2006, they stopped giving buses to certain people. And so some kids got bus cards, and the kids for high school were taking the city buses to get to school. So they really got rid of that.
I was in the country. I was rural, so they was like, "No, baby, get on that school bus."
I was in the fourth grade. And I would have to take. No, I lied. I was in the fifth grade, and I would have to take the city bus from where we lived in the suburbs all the way to downtown, and then transfer to another bus to take me to the west side of Cleveland to go to the I got enrolled in, my mom enrolled me in the Cleveland School of Science, and that was originally just downtown, but they had moved the school to the west side. So I lived all the way on the east side, 40 minutes from downtown. So I don't know, how old was that? Fifth grade. So it's
like 9,
11, 9, 10.
11, something like that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe 6,
10,
maybe 12.
10 or something like that.
Yeah, 10, 11. Yeah.
So literally taking, like 2 city bus with a transfer and another like school bus from that location to get there by myself.
It's wild to think about that stuff. It's funny. This morning on the way to train, like, every once in a while you might have like this like weird, this like core memory come back that you haven't thought about or felt in forever. This morning, just the way the sun was coming up on the way to train, and I looked in the distance and I saw the train coming, it felt like a school bus in the morning, like growing up, like when it was like dark and the sun would come up. Yeah. And I hadn't felt that moment in so long, and it was like, woof. I was like, oh my God. And almost even the way the air felt, like it was like a crisp this morning.
Yes.
I was like, I forgot like this feel. It was so bizarre. It like tripped me. I was like, whoa. And it was just like that split second that's like when all that just combined. I was like, oh my God, I haven't felt that. I was like, that felt like going to school back in the day. And it was bizarre this morning. And it was just like this certain time in the morning, but the sun coming up and that train light coming, it reminded me of the fucking school bus coming down. And I was like, that's bizarre. Anyway, I don't know. We just over here reminiscing. What a time to be alive.
Again, a time to be alive.
Look, it's these memories that sometimes keep us from crying. We got to laugh.
That's true. Baby. That is true. But you know what else kept us from crying? When we was in New York, so community, thanks for those that came out to see us, and thanks for like surface level and all our podcast friends and all that stopped out and said,
relationship,
hey.
Marco and Tony came out.
Auntie Landy was out there.
Yep. Straight Gay TV because Jay Monroe came out as well too. Like, honestly, and I was trying to explain this to people when I came home, because people were like, oh, how was New York? And I was like, I felt like I lived in New York that night. Like everything about that weekend was like, damn, I can really see myself living in New York.
It was a very New York weekend.
It was a
we're like, we're just gonna go see a couple shows, hang out at a couple bars, meet up with friends, a couple dinners. Oh, you know what? Let's just shoot a little podcast episode. Like, it was such a stereotypical New York thing.
Oh, we're gonna hobnob with our celebrity friends.
After
the show,
it was an interesting weekend. Yeah. It was fun.
So we talked about Death Becomes Her already.
Yeah, but we didn't get a chance to talk about Elf.
But the second half, though, did not disappoint. And it was funny because when I watched the episode, even at the very end, Dawanda and I were like, well, I'm not as excited about Elf.
Y'all show up.
And baby, look.
And they was getting their entire life at Elf.
Honey, you couldn't tell me I wasn't 3 years old looking at Santa Claus.
Yes.
Baby.
Y'all could not. Like, go see Elf. Like, there's a magic charm that they were able to get in that show that, like Dawanda said, like, sitting there, you're like, oh. Like, you kind of forgot, especially that weekend, because it's just like, obviously the election stuff had just happened the week before. Like, so we're just happy to be around each other.
Yes.
Have our New York City moment.
And we had good ass seats.
Joy.
Row 4. So we were in the
there was a
thick
joy
of the
about
experience.
that show. That It was just good. I mean, everyone acted their butts off. Kalen did the damn thing.
Look,
it was dope to see
and
him up there. We got to see him
parts.
briefly.
Yes.
Right? Exactly. So, that
just,
show was very good.
And I would just say for anybody that is, because we were in the same boat. Jarrell and I were like, I don't know. Like we first of all, we saw Death Becomes Her, and like of course we were excited to see Michelle and whatnot, and didn't know how this was going to turn out, and that blew our socks off. So then we're like, oh damn. So did we do this in reverse? Should we have gone to go see Elf first instead of?
I was happy. I was over here taking pictures in front of the Elf sign, sending it to them.
But what I would say is that whatever preconceived notions that you have about the movie, forget it.
Throw it away.
Whether you saw it, whether
away.
you didn't, whether you loved it, whether you hated it, it doesn't matter, because this lives on its own. It really lives on its own.
It actually helped me understand that because for the longest time I was like, I don't like that movie. I don't like that movie. I don't like that movie. That was literally verbatim was my thing. And people would be like, what's wrong with you? What? Even when my friends was like, what you mean you hate the movie? Like, I thought we were friends. I'm questioning the fact that you don't like the movie. My issue is no longer the movie. It is actually Will Ferrell. That is my Sierra.
Will Ferrell for you.
That is my Sierra.
With your chest.
He is my
Absolutely.
Sierra. It is Will Ferrell. I just simply do not like that man. I just simply do not like that man. And the way
he's a Ryan Murphy and Sierra.
Girl, because I loved that musical so much.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
was
not
so
even
good.
the character that he plays. It's literally Will Ferrell, because Buddy in there was amazing. He was so good. And again,
So
It was just
innocent,
a
so
take on it a
pure,
little
so
bit.
like.
and again, an adult playing, a very similar role. But it was not over the top dramatic like a Will Ferrell. It was still very much part of the whimsical kind of holiday like spirit of Christmas. That it felt part of it. It didn't feel something like a grown baby. It didn't feel like that.
Will Ferrell played that part like a caricature of somebody that's like
Which I
over
loved.
the top.
I love both versions of it. I do.
Yeah. You ain't sitting alone with that one.
The audience interaction.
It's turned into a classic. There's a lot of people in the stands watching that movie every year. Just y'all Scrooges over there.
No.
And happy sitting in it. And happy sitting in it.
Look.
But it was magical. Even like I don't want to give any parts away if you're gonna go see it. Like even how they did the ending was dope. And then they have I don't even want to give anything away. Like the last 10 minutes of it was just like magical.
Yeah, pure Christmas joy.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good. It was
and
good.
the little kid,
they had a black woman playing the lead part too. I was like, yes, baby.
That part. Look, wait, and now y'all coloring her out in her Mary J. Blige boots though. Like,
yeah, she did have the Mary J. on.
She did.
She had the swag too. She had the Mary J. swag. Like,
so did.
Look,
but
honestly, everyone, I can't help but co-sign what Auntie Carell said. If you are going to New York from now until January 5th, I think is the final day.
4th.
4th. Yeah. Go and see Elf. And see Death Becomes Her. Like both of those. Yeah. And it's so funny because actually one of my friends here in Seattle just had him and his husband do like a Broadway week. So they go to New York and they do nothing but Broadway musicals like for the whole entire week. And they saw both of them. And I was like telling him, and he was texting back and forth, and he literally loved both of them as well too. Yeah. So go see them. They are fantastic. Michelle's great and Death Becomes Her. Absolute fantastic icon in there. And Kalen holds it down in Elf. Baby. Like, and the cool thing about seeing Kalen in this role is that you can tell that role was made for him. Yeah. Like watching him perform it, I didn't feel like Kalen was being a make-believe person. I felt that was him.
He was able to bring his energy to that role.
Yeah, absolutely. I just absolutely love that. 1,000%.
And I couldn't even imagine seeing Elf closer to the holiday time frame. Like, because New York transforms. And so they, come out of Elf and still be in that joy mode and then to see the city. Oh,
what is it, Macy's over there? Like, Macy's down the street that do the whole, you could make a whole holiday romantic. Look, we're about to have some more Leos. That's all I know. We're about to be some more Leos and Virgos.
I know that's
with this New York. No, you don't.
We're
We're good.
Yes, we do.
Well,
We
I
got
don't
none.
know if they're gonna have them if they're doing that No Nut November. Baby, like this. I don't know how this is gaining steam. I feel like I see it a lot more year in and year out.
Mm-hmm.
That just not sound fun to me at all. Like, ain't on my list, ain't on my bucket list to try. I don't want to go a week without
If we
without
can avoid
doing
it.
the do.
If we can avoid it.
Baby.
Like that
So, no,
includes
who's
like
doing this
masturbation
voluntarily?
too. Like that just not like
Yeah.
Yeah.
in my mind, I see myself turning into
Nutty.
a gremlin. Turning into a gremlin. Like just literally a whole other person.
No.
Like I just you know how you can tell when someone's hangry.
is it
That's what
hangry
you
or is he
can see.
horny? One to two.
Girl.
You'd have to turn
Like Violet, you're turning blue. Violet, you're turning violet. Like
Man,
I'm turning
I would have to-
violent, not violent. I'm turning violent.
I would have to
Violet,
wrap
you're
myself
turning
up.
violent.
I would have to wrap myself up like Mumra from the Thundercats to stop myself from touching myself. Like, and then soon as them tapes and them bandages comes off,
Baby, right? Yeah,
it ain't worth it.
I don't know. I don't have to prove nothing to myself at all to have to go through that. There ain't nothing I'm proving to myself at all.
Yeah.
If that's willpower, then I ain't got it.
I don't
And I'm
want
all right.
But I don't want it either. I don't want it either. Look,
Keep it
serve
over
me.
there.
And it doesn't serve anybody else.
But for me and this temple, we not know.
let me tell you. But also, I'm like, why would you want that version of me? Why would you want that unfiltered, just unclear mind version of me? I'll literally be talking on the side of like, you would think I would be speaking in tongues the whole time. Like, what are you saying? I don't even know. I don't even know.
Look, we'd be growing like nut sacks out of our neck, and then all of a sudden it'll just be like,
It'll be coming out my mouth somehow. I don't know what. It just be coming out my pores. Like, no, baby, this ain't it. This is not the move.
Talking about being aggressive. Being aggressive.
What's the longest you've gone without ejaculating? And I'm trying to think.
Well,
And like maybe like adult life.
Yeah, because
Like, and I can't even recall like.
we just talking about adult
teenage and all
life.
that.
Yeah,
'cause,
adult
like,
life.
yeah, because like even in college when I had a roommate and whatnot, like living in the dorms and everything, like that was there were.
I don't
long
even remember
spells.
the door. Like I forget if it was on here we were talking about it, or is it to someone, a friend or something. I don't recall how I jerked off in college at all, especially when I was in the dorms. Because at one
think it was
point there
with
was
your
5
hands.
of us.
Oh.
Well, I know that, and sometimes with other people's hands. But I don't recall how or where because I'm not really like a shower jerker offer.
I'm not
like
either.
I like to kind of be in my bed.
You like to
or-
lay
or-
back.
I like to right.
Look,
She got a pillow under the arm,
Baby, I like to have a little moment,
I had
a little room.
I went to Kent State for fashion design, and I had fashion fundamentals class at 7:45 in the goddamn morning,
Ooh,
Monday,
why'd you
Wednesday,
do
and
that?
Friday.
No, man.
It was, I digress. Let me tell you, baby, as soon as I made my way into that building, I'd make a beeline to one of the private bathrooms on the 3rd floor. And then
Crank one out.
I was ready. I was creative
like,
juices
I'm
were
ready.
flowing.
He's taking notes too. Yeah. Straight A's, bitch.
That's chiffon. That is chiffon right there. That is chiffon. That's silk charmeuse right there. Couldn't tell me nothing because like in
That
the
is
dorm room,
funny.
in the dorm rooms for the first 3 years, somehow I ended up on the top bunk, and like if you had bunk beds, them things squeak. So it's not like
Yeah.
you just be sneaky and be like, get some stuff out. Like
I don't
remember. Yeah.
See, look, for me, back to the original question, like how long I've gone.
Yeah, let me think.
For me, it'll be like vacation time. Like, depending on when I'm on vacation, that will determine how long it's gone. When I'm vacation with friends, I won't at all.
Yeah.
When I'm with my man, we do. But when I'm with other people, that's probably when I will go along. But other than that, I'm an everyday person. Let me tell you. I work out in the gym in the morning. So here's the thing, like, and this may be a little TMI, and I'm sharing my business a little bit. But y'all know I work out in the morning, okay? So when I get home from the gym, like,
you worked up.
I'll be up here. So, like, I like to in the morning because that gives me, like, that calm down a little bit. And then I feel like the opening scene of every rom-com where everything's, like, bubbly and, like, they're just, like, skipping the work and I got their coffee.
She doesn't have any.
To go.
She has no blood cells in her brain at all. This is all like mental delusion because her brain is not working functionally.
Euphoria, girl. Just fucking just.
That's right.
Zero fucks.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
That's
what was the longest for you?
It's probably I'm trying to think because like I agree. Like if I'm on vacay and I'm with friends, I won't.
Generally.
It's like I was like, it's like you start thinking about it, you're like, and I'm not about to spill too much business.
And not be invited back.
Right.
After last week's episode.
Right. Exactly. It's like, what happened to Auntie Carell? I don't know.
I don't mess with her anymore. Every time he come over, my
Child Protective Service come and got him. Probably, I'm trying to think, maybe a week. Like, I'm honestly trying to remember a stretch. And my assumption would probably, maybe that's the longest. I don't know. And it's probably, I was probably like sick in there somewhere too. Yeah. You know, like that's what I'm trying to recall is like, okay, when was I sick or something? But even then, you just laying there, you're like, eh.
Let me tell you, the flu will not hold me down.
22 or 23 when I had a hernia operation. And for 6 weeks, I didn't, because, you know, when you have a hernia operation, they cut your abdominal muscles. So as they're repairing, like literally even sneezing is excruciatingly painful. So for 6 weeks, I was pretty much bedridden and couldn't do anything. It's not to say that I wasn't like, you know, like the plumbing didn't work, but
right.
But you knew that climax would hurt. But that that would honestly,
it probably be just like the rubbing on it, be like, because you'd be like,
yes, all of it.
He's like, all of that. He's like, I tried to say, oh no, that ain't it.
Leave it alone. Said leave it alone.
That may just let me think because I had Achilles surgery, and my mom came and took care of me. That was early 20s. So I'm assuming that time period might be the longest. I can't recall. But my assumption is that just because that shit took me out for a while. And then your mom's in your own apartment. So that's like a lot.
No, absolutely.
So,
it's like, but you know what's crazy? That I also read too that like that ever since Trump got elected, that vasectomies have gone up 1,200%.
I saw that pop up today.
1,200%. And I was just like, look, all I have to say is one, shout out to the women who were like, get your shit tied, because my body.
But if those same women voted for old boy, I'm gonna be very highly upset because you know what the issues were then, bitch.
But here's the thing. I don't think it's the people who voted for Trump that are having these conversations. I think it's the other people who were on the other side who were simply saying like, okay, guess what? My rights as a woman are going to be up for grabs, and I can't do anything about it. So the last thing you do is about to plant some seed up in here.
Boy.
Yep.
Pew pew pew.
You ain't gonna be shutting up this
club. Look.
Them days over.
Okay.
The days are over.
But you know what though? Here's the other thing about this too. I don't think it actually takes a lot of convincing though nowadays for men to go that route. And I say this because one, of the economy, it is expensive as fuck to have kids. Like, unless you have an actual job that's going to allow for you to have a family, a home, and be able to take care of those kids. Honestly, these little suckers these days, they just taking out your money. That's all they do these days. I'm sorry.
And
no disrespect to all the babies out there and the people who got kids and stuff. I ain't saying any of that. But if you ain't got the financial stability, kids are a liability at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, but you know what's helping my no nut November because I am nut in November is moving from X on over to Bluesky because the gays are taking that over now, and I'm like, okay, I feel at home.
Okay.
Baby, it's gay as fuck. Baby, it's gay as fuck.
Baby, it's good.
Here's the question though. How
Uh-huh.
long is it going to take before you start adding like the sexy accounts?
I already did.
Do you have an alt?
Yup.
I got
Okay.
both.
Yep. Yeah, that was I did the alt before mine. I did the
Yeah.
alt before mine
Actually-
and Minority Report.
Same.
Because
I was like, oh, maybe I should do Minority Report. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I was like,
But you know, it didn't hurt that the ones I was following on X were like, here's my. I said, oh,
That.
boop boop boop.
Yep.
Boop,
I was like,
boop. Like the one said, you should go like this. Look, that
Yup,
was me
baby.
going over
Took
to
my
the
whole
Blue Sky.
pocketbook,
Look.
my pocketbook and the suitcase.
So raise your hand if you've officially nixed X.
I haven't officially. I need to. I'm more scared just the Minority Report one. Mine, I ain't even posted on there anyway.
Yeah.
The Minority Report one, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do. We just ain't over there, but probably will. I don't know. And maybe that's
You
a
know,
conversation we have. I don't know what the right thing
Yeah,
is.
look,
but-
we can have a conversation right now. Honestly, let me tell you, like the community know where
Yeah.
we stand and where we for,
You're right.
and we're for everybody, and they know where to find us.
Look,
Yep.
Even-
You're right.
even Amara, she said, bye.
Amara said, She said,
ooh, the ghetto. The
Ooh,
ghetto.
white refrigerator.
She said, oh,
And I love, like today, I was like, where's this Black Sky type on this article? And community, if you haven't found Black Sky on Blue Sky, that's the wave. Like they have its own. That's maybe a little nuance. That's a little slightly different than X. Is where like you could kind of pin certain like
Communities.
hashtags or lists and communities at the top there.
Yeah.
That if that's the only thing you want to kind of see for that day, you click on that and that's all your feed is. So I'm like, okay, that's dope. So Black Sky was like the first thing I saw in there. I was like, oh yeah, we joining this bitch.
And what and what foresight, you know, for what's his
Yeah.
name? Jansky, not Jansky. What's the
I don't know
CEO's
his
name?
name, but yeah,
It's
I don't know
Jan
his name,
something.
but he
At any
came
rate,
from Twitter.
He came from Twitter, and the fact that is a recognized and official part of the Blue Sky
Yeah.
experience. To me,
Yeah.
this is like. This is going to be
Hey.
the next best thing, the next
Yeah.
big thing, not best
It
thing,
is
the
the-
next big thing.
And it reminds me of Twitter of like 2012.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I have forgotten this version of like Twitter, quote unquote. Like it's kind of gotten bloated over the years. It's just gotten crazy over the years.
Same.
And I was like, oh, this was the experience that like I used to like. Maybe me
Yeah.
too. I'm trying to lose this bloatedness. You're like, that sounds about right. It happens.
We talking about me, girl?
Right? Like, who you talking about? Bitch?
Sounds
Leave me
correct.
alone, damn.
You talking about Willis?
And you said and did. But it's like kind of almost like at the beginning of threads, like everybody's nice, everything's clean, everything's like, ooh, okay, this is nice. Okay, ooh, okay, you got money. I'm sure as it evolves and just even more folks get over there, the same social aspects come out eventually. But for right now, the porn is good.
Yeah.
The conversations are great. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, I forgot about this version.
Yeah.
I'm not following enough people though at this stage to make it meaningful. I think I have like I'm
Yeah.
like following like I don't know like 30 people, you know. So
Yeah.
it's not like as meaningful yet. I feel like where Threads just kind of fizzled out is like it feels more just like a grab for followers than it
Yeah.
is for anything. Like, you know, the kind of text that people are using, it's more like a grab for followers and it's really about like real engagement. Whereas on Blue Sky, it feels it's just a breath of fresh air, and it feels like people that were frustrated with what X had become,
Yeah.
like they're seeing like what Twitter, to your point, used to be and what
Yeah.
made it fun and exciting. So like
Yeah.
that's gonna I'm looking forward to like making it, hopefully it being easier to find like other people to follow in other communities, because it's still not as heavy. Like when
Yeah.
I look at the people that I follow, like on Instagram as an example, a lot of them aren't on Bluesky yet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm just kind of like, where are all my 90 Day Fiance people at? Where are my, where are all of my doll community
though.
stuff? Like,
now's the time to start it with like, and obviously Blue Sky's been around for like a year
Yeah.
because I remember actually signing up last year, but just to gain the Minority Report name and all that stuff, and but just kind of left it out there. So it's nice to kind of see it slowly but surely the ball's rolling. But now's the time, and I was just thinking, I was like, man, this is time for Minority Report to really gain steam because of them early days of a social platform.
Yeah.
It's really where you make the mark and kind of grab what territory and what branding and everything you're known for in those spaces. Even though if it's the same people that come from a different platform, for some reason, just that fresh start,
it feels
gets
different.
wise and things
It
like that.
hits
So
different.
community, if you haven't followed us, it's Minority Report on Blue Sky, all that good stuff. We out
Yes.
there. We
Yes,
out
we
there.
are.
So please follow us and we'll follow back. But all right, so it is Thanksgiving week. And you know I love me just a little game or whatever. And so we see all these tier lists out there everywhere. Tier lists for games, tier lists for movies, tier lists for this. And you know there's like the S tier, the A, B, C, D tier. So we're going to do a Thanksgiving tier list to give the epitome, your auntie's Minority Report, Thanksgiving food tier list. And let's see here. Let me share my screen.
Oh boy.
And let me know if
Here we
you
go.
can see. So,
Yes.
Okay.
so the
there
S
we
tier.
go.
So instead of just doing S, A, B, C, D, we got the S tier is going to be, it better be there or I ain't coming over.
Oh, okay.
The A tier is going to be nom nom. Like, baby, you just smashing the shit out this food. The B tier is going to be, okay, give me a little bit. You know, I got it. I need it on my plate, but, you know, if I have it, cool. If I don't, cool. The C tier is going to be like, not for Thanksgiving. You might like the food, but you're like, not for my Thanksgiving. And then the last one is throw it away. I don't need that here. They don't believe on no plates. I don't want this for no damn Thanksgiving and no other food. So,
Wait,
gonna
hold
go
on a
here.
second, because
Yeah.
I'm not as familiar with this tiering system. What are those letters again?
Yeah. So usually they say usually S, A, B, C, D. So usually S tier means like the epitome. I don't know what S stands for, but I don't know why they
I
put
was
S
like,
above A.
I'm trying to figure out what the
Yeah.
acronym is, and I'm just like,
Yeah, no. So, but usually you would think it'd be A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, but it's like usually they say S tier, and maybe community put it in the comments if you know what the S tier really means. But there's just a lot of these tiers out there on social media, YouTube, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And usually S tier means is the superior tier. But instead of putting S tier, I put it better be on my plate, or I ain't coming over.
I don't know the
off.
tier names, the breakdown either, but I know it from like an anime and from like a comic books tier. Like you typically see this with like superheroes or like anime characters and like genres of things. So
Yeah, they're doing them everywhere. So we'll start with deviled eggs. And we gotta come to a conclusion, like all three of us. So you might think it's S tier, or you might think it better be like on my plate, or I ain't coming over. And I might think throw it away. We gotta find that common ground. Where's it gonna be at?
wait,
So, deviled
can
eggs.
So can we like? We have to like say these and like, can we only have one in each?
No, it could be multiple. It could be multiple. We're just we're just deciding where each of these foods are gonna end
where it
up.
falls.
Got you. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
So deviled eggs. Where we putting this one at?
To me,
I'm nom.
Throw it away. Ooh.
I'm nom nom.
and for me, it's give me a little bit.
Ooh,
It's give me a
damn.
little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So you said nom nom. Jarrell said give me a little bit. I said throw that shit away. So I guess we'll put it in to give me a little bit. That's made me a little happy. I'm gonna give me a little bit. And I'm gonna throw it away.
It definitely to me, it definitely feels like a Thanksgiving dish for sure. It's not classic Thanksgiving, but like that's usually the time where you see them coming out, and then basically throughout summer.
Is there other time of the year where you have deviled eggs? Like I don't have them any other time than
They're usually at a
Thanksgiving.
cookout.
They're usually at a cookout.
At a
I do
cookout.
see them
But
in the
okay,
summer.
but often,
outside
how
of
often
that,
do you go?
holidays?
But how often do you go to a
Yeah.
cookout? Is my question though.
Well, since
Like
I
now
have
that we are
kids-
adults, but that's my point, right?
Yeah,
So that's
no,
why
you're
for me
right.
it's to give me a little bit because when we were kids, we were always at cookouts. But I'm thinking about today in 2024, I'm not going to cookouts where I'm actually in places where I'm having deviled eggs.
Listen,
I never liked them, so I ain't checking.
the last
for 'em.
time we
Okay,
came,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
the last
so
time
I
we,
don't know where they be
yeah,
at.
yeah. I'll eat a whole
What you
plate
say,
to
Dawanda?
myself. I'll eat a whole
Yeah.
pizza
Okay,
myself.
so I got a confession. It's funny that this started with this. I just ordered, and it came yesterday, a container for deviled eggs to carry my deviled eggs.
Corey has one. I'm like, girl,
Because I got
you
tired
don't
of
want
putting them.
any.
Because I used to keep them very ghetto. I used to keep them in the egg like case. So I cut them in half,
okay.
and I would put them in the egg case
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
fit. But now I was like, I need something official.
You said I need to step it up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Brussels sprouts is the next one. Where are we putting this one at?
I'm gonna say not for Thanksgiving.
Not for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm gonna say not for Thanksgiving. I do love me some Brussels sprouts.
I had Brussels sprouts yesterday.
Yeah,
But that's a regular ass
Actually, I did
dinner
too.
side for me. That's a regular ass dinner
I
side.
was like, hold on, I did too.
And I had it on Saturday. So literally, look.
Yeah, I
Crispy
love
with a
some
little
Brussels.
bit of balsamic vinaigrette and some pink Himalayan salt.
Ooh. See, I don't even
Oh,
need
see,
to just
I don't
give me
do
salt
salt.
and pepper and crispiness.
I don't need it. That's how I had it.
Yeah, but yeah.
See, mine was
FC.
with a little bit of honey.
Got it.
Mine was a little bit of honey with some chili flakes on it. A little sweet
see,
and
that sounds
spicy.
good too.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
sounds good too.
But not for Thanksgiving.
All right,
Yeah.
where we putting the cornbread at?
Oh, better be there.
Better be, well, I'm going nom
I'm
nom.
gonna put that nom nom for me.
I'm going nom nom. And the only reason why I say that is because how I make my dressing, cornbread kind of goes in the dressing.
that's
Yeah.
that's actually a good question because if it's just cornbread,
Yeah, just
I
cornbread.
prefer
Yeah.
I prefer dressing. Like so.
Well, we'll get there.
Right.
Yeah, I see it in the list. So
Well, then, okay,
you can put cornbread whatever.
Actually,
wherever
no.
you want.
Then I'm going cornbread's not for Thanksgiving then.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would
Because
say
if I
that.
think
Yeah,
about
I
it,
would say that. Yep.
Because when I think about it, like we will have dressing. If you got dressing, you're not having
Yeah.
cornbread
Not having
too.
cornbread.
So it's
Oh, I
not
was about to say,
Thanksgiving.
we
It's-
had cornbread, we had cornbread dressing, we had cornbread, chili, we had corn. No, just
Damn.
Oh, see, damn. So
That's
y'all
what-
saying not for Thanksgiving?
Not for Thanksgiving because you already got the
Damn.
dressing. And if you,
I have cornbread a lot. I have
Yeah.
cornbread a lot.
So I guess it's 2 versus 1 on that one. I was gonna say at least give me a little bit. Give me that little leftover that you didn't put in the dressing shit.
that's where the next one comes in. That's what I was waiting for the next one. The
Right.
next one you had on the
All right,
list.
we got them dinner
Yes.
rolls. Where this going?
Let me tell you,
Honey.
nom nom, because
Nom nom,
it gotta be
absolutely.
Yeah.
it gotta be the Hawaiian rolls too.
The
Biz. They got
Hawaiian
them
rolls, yeah.
sweet Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah.
With butter.
Do you like to warm up, or do you? I mean, I can eat it anyway. They come like out just fresh out the bag. Heat
Yup.
them up, toast
Yup.
them up, butter them
Yup.
up, honey
Yup.
them up,
And do
split them
and
up.
do.
Cold,
And do.
dry, crusty.
Look.
I don't give a damn. That's just good.
Right. That
And
shit is
do.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even though it's not
Nah.
relegated
It
for,
sound like it better be there or we ain't coming.
no,
No,
I wouldn't
because
give it that.
if it's not there,
Okay.
I'm still
It
going.
ain't that level
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, it ain't that
so,
level.
but
It
nom
ain't that
nom,
level.
bitch. Okay.
Yeah, nom nom.
All right. This one is sweet potato casserole
Throw it away.
souffle.
Throw it away.
Throw it away.
You said casserole.
Yeah, I don't-
It's a no.
I don't think
you
I've ever
already
had
know
it.
it ain't cooked right. And they look like marshmallows. They look like
Yep.
marshmallows.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
Bye, girl. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
This
think
is
I've ever had that.
Minority Report, not Minor White Report. So
Not
all the
Minor
people-
Whitey report.
yeah.
And I'm gonna say this right now, and this is an invite to my Seattle white people who be listening. Okay, I'm making a sweet potato, and I'm making some of these yams and some of these other things. If you want a taste of what our culture tastes like,
Yeah.
there's only 2 of us,
Come on over.
but I only gotta make it for 15 people, so there'll be some leftovers if you
That
want
part.
some.
That part. And they be good the next day too. Ooh,
So do, bitch.
cold, crusty,
baby, right? Where you gotta like you stick that fork in and it's glued to the thing.
baby.
It's glued in there. It'd be so good.
That refrigerator raid and the stovetop raid where all the food is just laying out and been all out for all day. I don't give a damn. Salmonella doesn't
best.
exist.
It don't. Not that day.
Not on,
No.
Bacteria,
not on Thanksgiving.
bacteria even take a rest on that day.
Right.
Look, Ando, Ando.
Bacteria's like, you know what? We'll give you one. We'll give you one day.
Yeah.
All right, where we gonna put candied yams at?
Nom nom.
Ooh, that one better be there. I ain't.
It better
coming
be
over.
there. It better be there. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. It better be there.
Yeah.
Look, I got to
That's-
work the day after Thanksgiving, and this is the 1st
Uh-huh.
year that I'm not hosting Thanksgiving in 12 years, or at least not like making a full spread. Like I
Yeah.
mentioned, I cooked back in for Juneteenth back in June, so I'm okay with it. But I got invited to a white people Thanksgiving, and I made sure to make sure that I'm making the yams, the greens,
Yeah.
the mac and cheese,
Yeah.
Because that's what I know I need to be there. So
It's like, that's my Thanksgiving. That shit
there.
better be there.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't coming.
Yeah, so-
I ain't coming.
So I know, Dawanda, you said nom nom, but we two for it better be there. You ain't gonna be mad. You gonna eat some.
Oh, I will tear up some candy
I know
yams,
that's
but like
right.
if it's not there, I'm not gonna be too heartbroken, to be honest with you. But I love them. Don't get me wrong. I make them on my own. So for me, candy yams is not just like a Thanksgiving kind of thing.
Yeah.
I actually made them 2 weeks ago.
Ooh, I know that's right. I know that's
I made cornbread
All right.
stuffing on Saturday
Yeah, him a whole pre-Thanksgiving.
Look, damn.
in pieces.
I know that's right. All right, where we putting mashed potatoes at?
I mean, you can give me a little bit, but I
You can
don't.
give me a little.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, for some reason,
Yeah.
even though I know mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving seems synonymous,
Yes.
For
I
them.
feel for me, I'm like, it was
For them.
right. Exactly. It might be a more. I don't know. I guess I had that black people face, but it was always like everybody said, just give me a little bit. Like there was other shit that you saw people gorging over more than just the mashed potatoes.
All the
Yeah.
out of all the carbs that you can consume, this is the
Right.
least flavorful.
Yeah, it's not my
let's be
favorite
clear.
one of the day. All right, so Camille, just a quick little recap. Right now, so far, we have candy yams at It Better Be There, I Ain't Coming Over. We have dinner rolls at Nom Nom. We have Give Me a Little Bit for deviled eggs and mashed potatoes. Not for Thanksgiving for Brussels sprouts and cornbread. And then throw it away, that sweet potato souffle, casserole, whatever it is that they put marshmallows on. Coming up next is green bean casserole.
Throw it away.
Throw it away.
Yeah, throw it away if you need
Again,
to.
it's the road casserole. White people, if you're listening,
Anything with the word casserole in it,
got to
throw it
go.
away.
Gots to go.
Gots to
We
go.
ain't want that.
What is that
All right, the next
consistency that they put in it too? Like it don't even look
It's that
right.
cream of
Why-
mushroom
It's cream of
soup.
mushroom
and why?
soup.
And it's the crunchy
The
store bought
French
fresh
onions,
onions.
crunchy
like
onions.
crunchy onions.
Girl, no.
It's like, who
No.
made that up? Like, that
No.
sounds like a dish that one day just said, that's all we got.
Right.
That's all we got.
It looked different, but it was the same without flavoring.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I've really ever had it because it just didn't look
I've had
appealing
it
to me.
before. I mean,
I
I
didn't
grew up in
enough white
Ohio.
people.
You
I
can't,
tried
like,
it.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
escape
I
it.
saw people bring it in Michigan, but I was like, I'm cool. I'm good.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't recall as a kid because we just never went to nobody's house that had it. Green beans. I'm between a nom nom and give me a little bit.
Let's give me a little. Let's give me a little because again, it's another like the mashed potatoes, right? It's something you can have any other time of the year.
Time of the year.
But if it's on there, I'm
eat 'em a
okay
little
with
bit.
it.
Okay. What you think of Dawanda?
I love green beans, but
Yeah.
for me, it's not like a Thanksgiving kind of thing anyway. So if it's there, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
but there's other things on the list.
But
especially
you know
green
what?
beans that
I
I'd
actually-
rather have.
I changed my vote to not for Thanksgiving.
Oh, really? Damn.
And I'm gonna tell you why when we get to the other
Okay.
things. I'm gonna tell you why. But
Okay.
actually I changed my vote for not for Thanksgiving.
Damn,
Literally,
the green
as we're
beans
going
went down.
through this,
Damn.
I'm thinking about how I build my plate.
You think about your
what I
plate?
want. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about what's on my plate versus the stuff that I leave for later. And I'd be thinking about, okay, well, if I have enough room after I finish all this stuff and I want a little taste, a little something different, then
Yeah,
I might
you
go
go
to
back
some
for
of
that.
these other things. Like, oh, I might have a
Right.
scoop. I might have a scoop
Yeah.
of mashed potatoes. I might have a couple of string beans or whatever. But when it comes
far
to the
as what you
star
need
of
to
the
Green
be
beans be
show,
on mine.
Yeah. It ain't that. Yeah.
Green beans be on mine.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, give me a little bit. All right, but all right, it's not for Thanksgiving. All right, so this one here is what is this one?
That looks like stuffing
Yeah,
to me.
this is stuffing.
You can throw it away.
So this is stuffing.
You can throw it away.
Give me a little bit because Corey's stuffing has actually converted me to. If I'm
Wait.
not going to have dressing, I'll eat his stuff. Well,
So
I'll eat
okay,
his
so
stuffing without
let's
the dressing and all
explain.
the
Hold
other
on a
stuff,
second.
but-
Let's explain the difference between
We don't need to.
stuffing
We do
and
not need
dressing.
to explain the difference because
Okay.
white people know this is the white people thing. This is the black and white thing. This ain't no gray.
Yeah.
Ain't no gray.
Yeah. I'm gonna say give me a little bit just because before
Okay.
Corey, my answer before is like almost like PC and BC or BC and PC.
Let me just
before
put it
Corey,
this
post
way.
Corey.
This
Yeah.
is definitely a Thanksgiving dish. So it's
Right,
not like
for sure.
not for Thanksgiving, but we need another spot somewhere in between throw it away and not for Thanksgiving because that's where this needs to go.
Hey, this is going for their Thanksgiving. This is that their
For the media
Thanksgiving.
category
Not
called
for
their
us.
Right,
Thanksgiving.
for their
Not for
Thanksgiving.
us. Let's put it that way.
And
Not
to
for
me,
us.
and to
Let
me,
me see if
that's
I
the
can add one.
and to me, that's the throw it away category.
Yeah, not for us. But not for us.
Let's see here. I don't know how to add one on here, but oh well. So that's the
No, you moved it. Yeah, you moved the other one. So go. You
well, no, it moved
changed.
the whole row.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, nope.
So
Yeah.
anyway, whoops,
Oh,
I'm
no,
messing shit up.
Messed everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. There we go.
There
Not
you
for
go.
Thanksgiving.
Wait, what?
We'll put that one back up there.
Yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
there
We'll
it is.
throw it
All
right
right.
back down there. Ooh, there we go. Okay.
Oh,
let
by
me
the way, y'all
keep
not
that.
watching this on YouTube. This
Yeah,
is so
let me tell
boring
you.
for y'all.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to get the audio.
Look,
the
these are
recap.
These are the categories, and we sticking with them. For me,
Yes. Okay. So y'all
again-
saying not for Thanksgiving? Then,
No,
or
I said throw it
away?
away. For me
Yeah.
personally,
Yeah.
Damn.
I wouldn't even
Damn.
want it. I wouldn't. No.
I wouldn't touch.
Damn.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
It ain't nothing but fucking wet croutons. Next.
Not wet croutons. All right, chitlins. Where we putting this at?
Throw it away. You know what? Never mind.
He said, "I'm going back home."
I'm crying.
I've smelled them. Never had them. Never want them. Sorry.
That's funny. Yeah, it's thrown away for me. But like at our family friends that we like literally grew up going to every Thanksgiving, they always had them. And growing up, so like the family that we would go to Thanksgiving every year. His name is. I talked about Mr. McDowell when I was talking about like the black men and the way they dress. We always go to theirs. But then his sister is my godmother, and so growing up, I would go over to my godmother's house, and she would make chitlins, and they would tell me it was beef. So growing up, I would just eat them because they didn't tell me what they really were.
You
And then
couldn't
as I
smell
got
what was
older,
going on?
I was like 6. I didn't,
didn't
know.
smell what
And
grandma
then
was
sometimes you
cooking?
go to that. I didn't get it. Like when you were kids and they tell you to eat,
I
you
did.
better eat the damn thing.
I did.
And it must have been all right. Especially then, I was super picky eater, so it must have tasted all right for me to continue to eat it every time I went over there that they had them. But they told me it was beef, and I don't know when I finally connected the dots, and I haven't had them since. And yeah, let's throw it away. Just the thought of it now, it could be good, but I can't do it in my adult age to put that in my mind.
I didn't even know what that picture was. I saw it down there. I was like, "What in the hell is that?"
Okay,
Yeah.
I will say this. Chitlins for me, and
She's about to say
we all have
delicious.
that. No. We all have like
She said
that's
you better
a
beat it.
smell. That is a smell that lives rent free in my brain. Like I hear the word chitlins, I see the word chitlins, and I
You
can
smell it.
instantly start smelling it, and it's gross. No, ain't no way. Yeah. So next.
Next,
throw it
can we
away.
move on from this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
All right.
monstrosity.
Apple pie.
I'm going nom nom for me. Nom nom. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I done ate so much other food that like I'm trying to get to the apple pie.
Okay.
And if I have space and
Yeah.
room, I'm gonna eat it. But I
gonna
don't
smash
need it
it.
to be there because I'm here for everything else.
I'm gonna say out of the desserts for me,
Uh-huh.
I am not going to eat any fucking pies or cakes that are store bought. Period. Not on Thanksgiving. So if this pie is from Costco, if it's from Auntie Patty, if it's from
Yeah.
any manufactured kind of bullshit, throw it away. But if it's homemade
Uh-huh.
and bubbling with butter and
Yeah.
cinnamon and maybe a dash of nutmeg and
Yeah.
brown sugar, baby.
With what waistline?
I mean,
Where you fitting all this, girl?
well, first
Look,
of all, the
She
only
said it's
thing
stretchy
that I
pants
Look.
that day.
Girl.
She said it's stretchy pants that day.
yeah, I would say nom nom for me. Nom nom for me.
I'll say give me a little bit. I'll try it. Like I don't necessarily. I almost said not for Thanksgiving. Like there's other desserts I prefer on Thanksgiving than even apple pie. But if it's there, I might take a little sliver. So y'all said nom nom,
I say
both of y'all.
nom. No, nom
Okay,
nom. Well,
damn,
I'm
that's
a-
a high
I'm a-
ranking.
For me, I mean, I'm not a big into cakes altogether. So even for my birthday, I want a pie. I like
Yeah.
fruit, like actual fruit.
Okay.
So if there was a pie, blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, rhubarb, apple, like you name it. I'm
down.
As long as it's made fresh.
Yeah.
Because I ain't with that.
Yeah, no, I'm more cakes
gelatin
than
bullshit.
pies.
No.
All right,
Cakes, cookies,
pecan
and
pie.
Kit Rocks.
Pecan pie.
Nope.
Here's my thing. And I'm trying to go back and forth between what's on my plate and what is a Thanksgiving thing. And that was my issue with chitlins. Chitlins, for some people, is a Thanksgiving thing, but it's a throwaway for me, right? This is one of those things where, am I eating it? I am not eating it. But do I know people that have this for Thanksgiving? Absolutely.
Right.
So I'm going with, give me a little bit, but this is the piece of the plate that I throw away because I got too full eating everything else.
See,
But
I'll say
it
throw it away.
might have been
a
on the
little
plate.
bit. I'll say give me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
Dawanda, you
going to
said
give me
throw
a
it
little
away?
bit.
Throw it away. It's too damn sugary. It. Oh.
But I think
Y'all
we're
can
going
have
to land it and give
all
me a
y'all
little
want.
bit. All right,
All right.
pumpkin pie.
Gross. Throw it away.
But she already said she don't like any pies.
Right,
This-
right. No, she like all
No,
pies. She
I
like fruit pies.
I like fruit pies, but I don't like pumpkin pie. The next pie is the pie that I'm down for.
Right.
So you can throw
What
that
you
shit
said,
away.
Jarrell?
Yeah, it's a throw it away for me either. Like
Yeah, it's a throw it
pumpkin
away for me,
pie
too.
ain't for me. But this pie,
Sweet potato pie now.
sweet potato,
Baby,
It better be there.
it better be
It
there.
better be there.
It better
Because
be
for
there.
me-
I guess we just like a sweet potato.
Sugar.
Yeah. That's what that is.
but they hit different.
Black ass
But
shit.
They do.
100%
We just like a sweet
different.
potato. Yeah. That's what we like.
But you know what? The real is that these are things that you really don't have that often. Like
Yes.
there may be some.
Right.
Okay, let me rephrase. Yams, you probably have way more than a sweet
Yeah.
potato pie for sure throughout the course of the
1000%.
year. Just as a black person, it's just a daily part. It's a regular part of our our
soul food experience. Yeah.
But sweet potato pie, to me, is almost like relegated to the holiday season. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
may have it at some other time, but if it ain't there at Thanksgiving, you asking, where's the sweet potato pie at?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
And it better be made from scratch. I don't want no goddamn, like Bow Wow.
That's right. Hey, hurry up. Like, Dawanda gonna be at our house at Thanksgiving, so I'm already taking notes. I'm like, okay, we better have that. We better not have that.
Look,
There's only a handful of things that are on the list.
this was Corey's idea. Corey said, "What do I want to eat?"
Right. He's like,
Let me find
get
out.
The list. Get the list.
Girl, you know, she could have
All
just
right.
texted me and I could have gave her the list right up. Like,
Oh God!
I already got it in my notes.
Corey don't want no damn list because Corey's gonna cook
Right.
what the fuck he won't cook.
Absolutely.
So it don't
And
matter.
the last
We could
time
be
we
like,
came over to y'all's, I
Yeah.
ate, like, you know, I eat like a bird, but baby, I had seconds
We
and
ate that
thirds.
day.
And that day, the next day,
and the next day, so did.
came downstairs while we just watching TV and opened up the refrigerator, had some.
So did. So did. I can't wait.
I can't
wait
either.
to
I
do
told
it
everybody
again.
I'm gaining 5 pounds. I don't even give a damn.
Period.
I told my
I
trainer
already
that.
told my trainer. I was like, okay.
Yep.
I was like, what days are you there that week? Because I'm eating on Thursday, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm eating that day and the next day,
I told my
She said,
trainer,
"I'm a backslide
only
on
seeing you
Thursday."
Tuesday, and that's it.
baby.
That's it. Tuesday, and that's it. The rest of the week is we in fat zone.
I see you in December. All right, what's the next
All right,
one?
so we got a few more here. Right. These are, it looks like honey glazed carrots.
Throw it away.
Yeah, throw it away.
Mine is not for Thanksgiving. I don't want them on Thanksgiving. They're good, but
Actually, you know what? I wouldn't go through. I would go now for Thanksgiving. Good, but I'm not throwing.
yeah, they're good.
Yeah,
But I don't want
yeah.
them on Thanksgiving. This is homemade cranberry sauce.
Okay, who
I
makes
said,
it?
give me a little
little
bit.
bit.
Give me a little
Give
bit.
me a little bit.
Yeah,
I
it's
do
give me
like
a little
cranberry
bit.
sauce for sure,
Yeah.
but not a lot.
Yeah, I like cranberry sauce. Now, cranberry sauce out the can, mine it better be there.
It better be there. And mine
better be
better
there.
be there.
It better be there. And I
It
want
better
it
be there.
looking
You know
just
what?
like
Just
that
like
out the
that.
can.
1000%.
Don't try to smush it up. No.
Look,
exactly. If
Yeah.
that sound coming out, that's what I want.
That's exactly what I
I'm not
want.
better
gonna
be
lie.
there.
It better be there.
You can put the other cranberries in the trash.
Honestly, because
I mean, only reason I say give me a little bit because, like, if they really don't have it, I still like the little tartness of a
Yes.
cranberry sauce on the plate.
Yes.
but I really want the canned shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you don't got it, I'll put a little bit on the plate just because I
There
needed to
is-
break it up a little bit.
And there is something about the sandwiches that you make with your Hawaiian bread, with the slice of the cranberry, with the stuffing
Baby.
and the ham on top of that.
With the ocean spray can of
Baby.
cranberry sauce,
I need
baby.
to eat
It
some
don't
right
get-
now. God damn.
That is the bite right there. Like you get a little
Right.
like cranberry sauce with a little dressing, a little
Yes.
candy yam, a little ham, a little baby, a little mac and cheese. Oh, it's
You
it's
can't
damn
do
near.
that with the.
It's
not
damn
with the
near
real
Nut November.
cranberry. Yeah. Yeah.
It's damn near Nut November.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
should be so.
Let me just
Good.
say, don't spend a lot of time on your real cranberries. Don't spend a lot of
no.
time. Don't buy a whole lot of them because
No.
they will still be sitting there 2 weeks from now.
Baby.
Yeah.
Period. You right. All right, we got baked mac and cheese.
Better be
right
there.
here.
It
better be there.
It better be there.
Better
It
be there. No
That's-
That's
question.
the
We don't
only
even-
savory
we don't-
thing that is up there right now.
I know we got all this sweet. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess we have a little savory. This one looks like it's corn, and I guess it could be either cream corn or regular corn.
Not for Thanksgiving.
Not for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not for Thanksgiving.
I like corn, but not
I'll
for
have
Thanksgiving.
some if it's there, to be honest with you, but
Yeah. What? Okay, this is dressing. This is
Be-
the real.
better be there.
better be there.
Better be there.
Better be
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Better be there.
That's Tia Tamara right there. The dressing and the cranberry, the canned cranberry. Tia Tamara.
Baby.
Yep.
Sister, sister.
We got greens here. And
Better be
be
there.
there.
I mean,
Better be there.
mine is nom nom, but it's
2 for
funny.
1.
I didn't like greens until actually I got older, and honestly, I prefer. Don't tell my mom, but I actually prefer Corey's greens. And so, are you guys more of a collard, a turnip, a kale, or which
Collard
kind of
greens.
Collard greens
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
See, I prefer almost the kale greens at this point now. I didn't care for collards growing up. And everybody loves my mom's collards. Everybody, and I never just care for it. So she cooks me, and I didn't put it on here. She cooks me cabbage because I like cabbage more than even the collards.
I
Yeah,
like cabbage
I
a
know.
lot, but I don't like it more than not more than kale.
Collard
or,
greens.
Collard greens is it. Savory.
Okay,
savory.
but the question is, here's the black ass question. You prefer ham or turkey with your collard greens? What type of meat do you prefer?
Well,
My mom does
in
the
your collard
ham
greens?
hog.
Wait,
She
are
does
you
the
meaning
ham
what's
hog.
cooked in it or
Yes,
what goes with it?
No,
Like the
the
turkey
meat
neck
that
or
goes
something
in it.
versus
What
like
type of
a
meat
ham hog?
goes in it? Are you doing turkey or are
I
you
do
doing
turkey.
ham?
I do turkey neck when I make them.
You do turkey neck?
Turkey
My mom
neck,
always
yeah.
said ham. Like
See,
ham.
I go
And I do
back
turkey
and
neck
forth.
and I do turkey neck and I do bacon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
bacon.
I have not had that before. I do. Not, I know I said one.
That's interesting. He's like, good choice for you.
No, honestly, I didn't mean it like that because I was just thinking about like the flavor of the bacon with the turkey because bacon has a very specific flavor to it. So I was just curious
I
to
don't-
what that
but I
flavor is
don't-
like.
I use the turkey neck. I don't use a lot of meat in my greens. So like the bacon is more for like that
That-
silky kind of like, bacon grease that just makes it more, it has a really great mouthfeel and it has a smokiness to it that also is emphasized by the turkey neck. So I don't do a lot of meat in my greens. I have a whole other meat thing. So my greens.
Wait, so
are
when
my
you do your
greens.
turkey neck, you don't do the smoked turkey neck that's already cooked? So when it cooks in your greens,
Yeah.
it falls to bones?
Yeah, but I don't pick the one
But
that
it's
has
not
like
a
a
lot
whole
of
lot
meat
of
on the
meat on it.
turkey.
I want
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want the bones because that's where the flavor is in the bones.
Yeah. You go in the bone and you get
Yeah.
the little stuff out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love me some
Do you do ham hog, Jarrell, or do you do actual ham? Ham from
I
the
know.
ham.
I normally do like a smoked like ham hock like in there. Like I prefer
yeah.
I prefer it that way.
Because ham hogs don't have a lot of meat either, really.
They really
like
don't.
it's kind
No,
of same
they-
kind of can size.
No, they don't. And I prefer the ham hock because I don't like when it starts to get really tender and the bones of the turkey neck fishing that shit out. I
Yeah.
hate doing that. It's
Yeah.
easy to get the bones out with the ham hock.
A ham hog.
I can
See,
tell.
yeah,
I
see,
do-
I-
Community, if y'all, maybe there's some white people listening. If you don't know what a ham hock, you might want to
Google it.
just tune into next week because
Yeah.
we talking black shit now.
we really is. Speaking of, what's the next one up? Oh,
Here we
yeah.
go, ham. Where we put ham at?
Better be there for me.
It better be there for me.
It
It
better
better
be
be
there
there.
for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people say the Christmas ham. No, I want ham for
I want
Christmas
ham.
and Thanksgiving.
That
And the next
ham
one
just,
better be there too.
The turkey is a nom-nom for me.
It's a nom nom
actually.
for me as well.
It's a nom for you. Okay.
It's a nom
Yeah.
nom. It ain't gotta be there. I mean, for me,
Yeah,
it's more
like-
like decoration. It's like it's
So that sounds like it give you a little bit. For me,
No,
it's
no,
a
no.
nom-nom.
Well,
Like,
I
I'll
mean-
have it. I put ham above the turkey, though.
Let me put it to you this way: I'm really only having one meat. So
What's his
if,
name?
If there's two, you know,
He said, if it's two,
but if it's
come on in.
Come on over. Come on over, baby.
yeah. All right, community. So that's all there was, and obviously there's a whole host of foods out there that people have for Thanksgivings. We know there's a lot of cultural things and things like this, but we're
Yeah.
kind of hitting on like the standard, maybe stereotypical foods that you kind of hear for the most part every Thanksgiving. So it better be there. Here's the plate that we really, really want. It better have some candy yams. We better have sweet potato pie at the end. We better have the canned cranberry sauce with baked mac and cheese with the dressing, greens, and ham. That sounds like a mighty good
That-
plate
That's
Oh
the
to me.
my
plate, baby. I'm
That
hungry
sounds like a
already.
mighty
Right?
good plate to me.
Yeah.
Motherfucking now, I want that.
Like that's
right
that's
now.
honestly, it better be there. I ain't coming over. That's the fork you want.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Everything that's on that fork,
Yep.
baby. That's
Baby,
what you
and
want.
one bite. Ooh, get the fuck out of here.
It take you out. It got the sweet, the savory, the salty, the smoky,
And I
the
can hear, and I
the
can,
tang,
and
the
I
tart.
can. Let me tell you, and I can hear white people being like, "This is why y'all deal with diabetes right now," and do.
You showed it and did.
do.
And do.
Yes.
And got medication for it, baby.
And
Yeah.
that's why y'all so busy trying to get your bodies to look like ours. And this is why. So
Damn.
That's a whole ass word at the end of the year.
let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah, I know that's right. And then so the nom nom tier, we got the rolls, we got an apple pie, and we got the turkey. Give me a little bit. We got the deviled egg, the mashed potatoes, the pecan pie, and the cranberry sauce that you made at home, the homemade cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Not for Thanksgiving. We're like, save this for, the New Year or something like that. We got the Brussels sprouts, some cornbread. We got the green beans. We got the candied or the honey glazed carrots and the corn.
You know what that sounds like?
then-
That
what's
sounds
that?
that sounds like the stuff they
the
serve.
4th
They
of July?
serve at no the
At
stuff
Bob
that they,
Evans.
No, this looks like stuff that they serve that the lunch lady serve in the cafeteria.
What cafeteria you
Brussels
go
sprouts,
to?
cornbread.
I was about to say,
Look,
not
that
mine.
sound
All I
rich.
remember is just the rectangle pizza.
Look, okay.
And then we throwing it away. We throwing the sweet potato souffle away, the green bean casserole, the stuffing, the chitlins, and the pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's the ultimate. That's the Minority Report. Thanksgiving tier list. If you don't like it, don't come over.
We need,
That's
we need
about
to
it.
take, we need to take a picture of that and find out from the community.
Yeah. What's your tier list?
What's your
What do
tier
you
list?
agree with? What do you
Yeah.
not agree with?
What would you move?
Which-
What would you move from one tier to
It
another?
better not be that green bean casserole. I
Look.
can tell you that. I don't want that.
Dude, let me say, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna clown you if you do. So don't even. I just want you to know, the throwaway stuff is really just like culture things.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
No shade to your seasonless Thanksgiving, but we don't want that over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then even though the chitlins is ours, we don't want that one either. We don't want to stink up the whole
I feel
house.
like chitlins are like the kink of they're like the kink of the culinary community. Only a
That's a
certain
good
amount of
call.
people like it. Only a certain
That's a good call.
amount of people like them. They not for everybody. There's
Yeah.
a smell that comes along with that is not as appealing. And
Damn, I see
That's
where
the
you're going with
finish
this.
show.
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
That
the
actually
kink.
makes sense.
This is the kink.
I mean, that's
That
how
makes
your
sense.
insides look like sometimes with some of these kinks. I mean,
Rose
fair.
Yeah. I can't.
But before we get out of here,
Oh,
anything
I pulled my
y'all
hand.
extra thankful for?
I pulled my hand out and there was chitlins in there.
I'm done.
I know somebody out there got to ask your auntie questions.
Stop. Stop. I put my hand in there and there were chitlins in there. Shut the fuck up.
Community, you can't take us nowhere.
Oh shit!
Cannot. But that shit
That
was
is
funny.
awful.
He said, "What's your Pornhub search?" Shitless.
Shitless.
There are some people from Mississippi like, hey, what's wrong with that?
Hey, you know what? You like it, I love it. Kind of. Oh, man. But anyway, anything y'all extra thankful for this year?
No, because I'm going to be honest, a reminder, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I celebrate coming together with my family, but I don't celebrate Thanksgiving itself because, again, fuck America, fuck the and the backbone of America that was built on land that was stolen and on our people, our enslaved people. So, no, I'm not grateful for Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for the time for my family, but I ain't celebrating Thanksgiving. I'm here to eat, bitch, and to spend time with my family.
And on that note, wash your hands, your legs, and your ass, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, community. A lot of you have asked how you can support Minoritea Report outside of the sharing and downloading and subscribing and leaving reviews. But you can also buy merch. Come on, baby.
I know that's right. And we have a whole lot of options, from clothing to pillows to tumblers and bags. And we continue to update all of our stuff with new styles, new colors, and new products. Jarrell, where can they get all that stuff at?
Well, they can get all that and then some at MinorityReport.com. They can find all the goodies, find out additional information about your aunties. And we also want to make sure that you share and tag us when you do buy merch, all right? So let us know if it's a hoodie, it's a tee, a long shirt, a towel, because we know you need those. But let us know.
Absolutely. And remember to wash your hands, your legs, and your ass.